Well, good morning, everyone. I'm recording on July the 22nd. Um, I hope to have this one come out uh, on Saturday. Um, so here we are back at building the housing for um, the librarian, the cleric, and the cartographer. Um, I've decided to group these guys together um, just and I'm going to try some things. But first, I'm going to do this great haul with guys that mostly use paper. I think it's the thing that they have in common: the librarian, the cleric, and the cartographer. And and I'll put the toolsmith, the armorer, and the weaponsmith together, and then the Fletcher, the guy who makes arrows and bows and that, and the mason and the leather worker together. Then I'll put the shepherd, the butcher, the farmer, and the fisherman um, together in their workplace. And then I'll grow them out and uh, transport some of these guys maybe to other cities or whatnot. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I do want to make a bridge and a road somehow and be able to transport these guys from one city to the other, as we looked at last episode. So anyway, let's get at this haul, and I'll explain to you as I go why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is just um, by my eye, the way I see things. Um, Other YouTubers will have other things that are equally valid. But this is whole thing with Minecraft is subjective, a great deal of it. Um, so here we go. So as I said last time, um, I'm going to use walls for the walls. And I just looked down and kind of thought about it. Um, and here's what I thought about. Okay, so here's um, a mud brick block, and it pretty much covers the bottom of the whole block so that none of the grass is showing. Whereas if you do it with a wall, it doesn't quite cover all of it. Now, I could fix this one of two ways. I could go back around the outside and redo it, or I could just use the mud brick block instead of the wall. And I'm not sure. Let's just on the bottom put the block and wall up the rest of the way. Let's start here at the front and let's take a look and see what this looks like from here. And then now we'll start with the walls. Okay. We'll go up this high with the walls and take a look. Take a look. And so that adds a certain amount of depth. And then, of course, I was going to put windows right here, and I wasn't going to put them in eye level. But I was going to put it this high. I kind of like that. I had never thought of that before. At some point, we'll we'll put, so we'll just go with this. Off camera, I made another stack of mud, packed mud, to see if I can finish it. I may have to make some more, and we'll have to take a little break. I like that. I like the way that looks. Okay, so we'll go up to the top here, down, down, and then want to go and make let's see if I can need at least one of those for the door. Now I could use, I don't know. Let me look here. Go and already had one. Okay. Let's try the dark oak. And see what this looks like. Just kind of a contrast kind of thing. Let's see. And then we'll get a dark oak door right here. Come in. Put it on this side, right by that line like that. So that adds a little depth, and we'll find some other ways to add some depth, but overall, that's pretty awesome. Okay, I need glass. I'm using these glass panes. Let's put our bed down. Oh, and look over there at our sugarcane. It's growing pretty good. So we'll go over and get that in just a minute. Let's put our glass panes here. And we may do some decorating on the outside of the building. I kind of like that. Okay, so let's go down toward the bottom and go all the way around with the mud bricks. And then we'll come up with mud walls. And then we'll have to design the inside and make and I may make this a slightly shorter episode so that it's easy for you to come in and find the various sections of how I'm building what. So I'm gonna come up here and do the top. I'm wondering whether to break this wall up and come right around the middle. Maybe not. Maybe I'll come back and do that later. That one little one by itself. And I'm thinking about making the roof just dark oak. Maybe stripped dark oak. And so I think you'll notice that my building style is not medieval kind of thing. It's got a bit of a slightly modern feel to it. I'm going to try to experiment with a different palette of stones and woods in some of the other builds. Yeah, I may have to make some more walls at least. And there are times when doing this, it kind of gives you ideas of things that you want to do in real life. I get tickled at myself being the age that I am and not being super quick on the draw. With clicking everything in. I'll watch some of my younger, some of the younger guys, and they just zip stuff up really quickly. I think that would be okay. And I thought of making a packed mud pillar up through the middle, and I can still do that. And I just need to count out the bricks, the blocks, to make sure I make sure they come out evenly. The other thing I like to do, because I'm thinking that these materials in real life would be heavy, and so it would just make sense to put the lighter materials like wood on the top, or as decorative pieces. Okay, I think I'm going to have enough walls. This is working out nicely, I think. Kind of plain, and I'm wanting to get across just fundamental ideas. I'm not a fancy builder. That's very nice. Let's close the door. Take a look. Now we have to work on lighting. And so I have some choices. I could still use some of these mud brick walls to come out from here and here, and then take, let's get my lanterns, my copper lanterns right here. And then put my lanterns here and here. And measure them out coming around here. I rather like that. Now there's another thing that I could do. Let me take this down. And I need to make some dark oak planks. And we'll do this. Come down, and we could use wood instead. And I'll show you in just a minute. See, this is why I don't leave it out, because if you leave your bed out, people come and try to take it. And I don't want that little fella to connect with this bed. So I need to keep it pulled up, because the mechanics are the mechanics. Okay. So we can do the same thing here. Let's take a look. I think I'm going to go with the wood, just because it's kind of contrasting with the mud brick, but not too much. Okay. And we can do the same thing outside. Let's take a look. That will work well. Okay. So let's line these up. Oh, and you'll notice that there's no connection to the walls here. So, forgot about that. And I want it as close to real as possible. So I'm going to do this. And just at the door, I'm going to use this. But here, because at least these will connect. It won't be so odd looking. And so we'll go maybe from here, 1, 2, maybe 3, out. Let's see how this works out. Do the same thing here. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2 here. Out. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3 from here. Go 2, 3 from here. Okay. Now I could go right down the middle from here. Let's see what this looks like and whether it's too much. Okay, let's go with that. Okay. And so that will be very well lit up at night in here. Okay, so we're going to take these, and the reason that we're going to use dark oak slabs on the top is, matter of fact, I can put this stuff up, that up. We're going to use dark oak slabs on the ceiling. And the reason that we're using that is in the mechanics in Minecraft, the bad mobs don't spawn on them. So we're going to go here. I need some dirt to use that scaffolding so I can get up top. We'll go up. I'm hoping one day that Mojang will make it to where you can have stripped slabs. Need some more, I think. These are, for me, they're very easy to misplace. I'll retrieve that in a minute. This is a weird little mechanic out there with the salmon swimming. It just looks weird to me. And maybe we'll, as an almost side quest, maybe we'll bring my bed with me. I did. I don't know whether I can lay it down up here or not. Let's see. Yes, I can. So I don't have to jump down. Save some time. Ooh. And the other thing that I'm kind of going for is a nice warm look on the inside of the building also. It's a nitwit coming in taking a look. Very curious. We'll have to jump down here in a minute. Do I have any more? Nope. So, go. Get. gonna make a few more than probably what I need. Excuse me. Got a little think that will be enough. We'll go back up. The other thing that I'm thinking about is whether to use more wood on like some of the other buildings that I'm going to be using for other workstations, or just use a lot of wood for the housing. We used a bit more wood for those 2 bunk houses over there. I think I'm going to build some personal residence also, or set up for a single dwelling, and see how that turns out. See how the mechanics with the villagers and their and double dwellings. And I want a name tag and give some of the villagers names. Some are little tongue-in-cheek names, and some just regular names like Bob and Cindy. And okay, so now the other thing that I'm going to do, just to kind of seal the deal, well, maybe not. Okay, now we'll go down and we'll go inside and see what it looks like. So what do you think? There almost should be like may break a rule right now. Got to go back out. I want to have some light coming from the very center. I want to try this, and I'm going to try this and see how it works out. Take a lamp, see how that works. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think the middle will be right here, straight up, and we'll try just for the contrast. No, it won't. Okay, so let's try straight up. Oh, it won't. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll leave it like it is. We are not going to stress that. Okay. So now the next thing we need to do is just to assign walls. Since we have a librarian, maybe we'll put the librarians across this wall right here. And we'll consider this a training center. And then the clerics along this wall. Oh, and what's going to be difficult is maybe we won't get clerics right away. Because in order to have clerics, you have to have brewing stands for clerics. And in order to get brewing stands, you have to go to the nether to get blaze rods, I think, in order to make brewing stand. Let me see on here, and it may not. Let's see. Let's see whether I can pull it up. Don't give it to me. Let's look. Here. I'm looking for the recipe for making a brewing stand. I don't know whether it's going to show me. It is not. I don't have any of the ingredients, and that's why. You have to have access to some of the ingredients. So I would just put librarians and cartographers in there, and it'll be fine. But I'll have to make a lot of books and a lot of bookcases in order to do that. So let's see, how much room do we have here? Let's sneezes. Excuse me. Oh. This with me and get rid of it. Take some of the flowers away. Let's not bring my bed. Let's put my bed here. Go right here. Okay. I need this. And we'll gather up this. Did any of it fall into the water? No, we haven't lost any in the water yet. Okay. gather here. You'll notice I'll leave the first stem there up. Okay, let's make sure. And I think right here, next to this, I'm going to make build in a crafting table. Where's it at? Here. Right next to it. And then take this that we have, and we just need to make it into paper. There it is, up there. We'll just put the paper in here and keep saving it up until we get ready to start building things. And I'll probably bring the leather over here because that's what we're going to use for the books. Take this. Make some more paper. There. Put it in. We're going to need lots of paper, so I hope that grows. And we're also going to let's go get this. Should have went in with the rest of the. That's okay. I'm trying to figure let's see. Got some leather right here. Let's go around and gather up our leather and see if we've got some in any of the other. I think that after making the haul for the these guys over here, oh, that looks nice. Here, I've got to put more lighting on the outside. I rather like it. I'm gonna take this and this. My mind is going a bunch of different places. Let's go and feed the It's getting crowded in here. And when we go in, let's do the same thing with the sheep. They're not quite as full. Now I put dye on these sheep. I used flowers and changed the flowers into dye so that I have several different color sheep. Okay. We can put that up. Save the walls. I've got to make some more lamps so I can light the outside. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything going here? Okay, nothing going on there. Nothing going on there. There's a thing called a super smelter where you can connect a bunch of furnaces together and smelt or process iron and everything else. But I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so that's going to take a minute. We've got these three. Let's go ahead and light up the front. I'm going to take this down. Put that there. Put that there. Let's go step back and take a look at this. The beautiful thing is that these guys, golems, can't fit inside the building. And we'll go around the side and put 3 on each side. So we're going to have to make some more. Let's see. Got that. That's just a regular torch, but I can't use a regular torch for that. It has to be these guys up here yapping. Oh, there's some more leather. More torches. Oh, some more leather right there. I'm gonna leave that there. Gray wool. I'm gonna take this, and this just comes from mobs that I've killed. Let's see here. I think it's time to build a storage facility. What do you got? I think the next build we're going to make is a storage facility because I've got everything too spread out right now. And I need to consolidate. And so I need to figure out how to, where to put. Maybe back over this way. And fill in this area right here. And make a storage facility. How far back does it go? Ooh, maybe we could put it as far back as this. Maybe. Yeah, maybe so. Look at the back of that building from here. all lit up on the inside. Let's go and see what it looks like at night on the inside. I am not pleased with the ceiling being dark. I'm going to have to do something else. I don't like that. So we'll get after that next episode. And just giving fair warning, I'm going to do some work on the on gathering stuff off camera, do some work there, and try to gather leather, and I just need to let the game run. It's almost like I have to away from the keyboard, AFK, this whole thing. But I think that building turned out nicely. I'm going to have to maybe put something different on the top so I can have lights coming from the top. I need at least one light coming from the center on the inside, but we'll see about all that. And then we want to go around and put and decorate the outside of this building. This building where the leather worker is at, I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to take this other building, which is a home. I'm going to take that out, and so much to do, so much to do. So we'll see what we do. But most of the buildings that I build, I'm going to try to do on camera. I'm going to have to clear some land behind this building that we built today. Probably have to do some more housing because there's 2 beds over there in that building. And that's where the leather worker is at. And I'm trying to decide. I said I was going to put the leather worker, the mason, and the Fletcher together. So I need to find an area where to put them. But I think over here by the where the lava is at, I do think I'm going to put the toolsmith, the armor, and the weaponsmith over here somewhere. And so we'll figure it out. Let's take a look at the map and see whether it's updated before we go. Yep, there it is, right there. And so, yeah, we need to come back and put businesses all back through this way and run pathways and everything. So it's going to be awesome. Yes, I'm just looking and I'm having fun. So there we have it. This is the end. If you like this kind of content, I'd love it if you would subscribe and like this and interact with this. Leave me a comment. What do you think? Where do you think we ought to go? What do you think we ought to do next? What do you think the order of things as far as building is concerned is? Interacting would be like really, really nice. Word is that it helps the algorithm, but then word also is that the algorithm doesn't make any difference. And so I just would like the interaction and some different input as we go on and build this. And next episode, I'm going to share the seed to this and where in this world this particular area is, so that if you want to join me or if you want to try out the seed is awesome. I got it from a friend.
Keep here.
JD or DJ or yeah. Anyway, I got it from someone else. It's an awesome seed. The whole seed is awesome. Spawn is awesome there. There's a village close to Spawn in this seed. And so I'll share that. As a matter of fact, if I can figure out how to do it, I'll put it down at the bottom of this video, what seed this is, and then we'll talk about some other things that way. Anyway, I've gone on longer than what I intended to, but anyway, thank you for joining in. We'll see you next time.